Yeah, it seems like every week. I mean, one week you're playing Texas A&M, the next Tennessee, LSU. Now you got to switch gears to option style of offense. But I like the way that we match up against them, and it's a lot of things that we do against our own offense, and we get to see a lot of those things. Not everything that they do. Very athletic quarterback, but I think we'll have a good plan against them.
Obviously lost a lot of pieces from that running game, the running back, the H-back, a couple of the linemen. I guess, has it changed how they run the ball?
You know, they changed a little bit in personnel. Their lead personnel is still one tight end and one back, which we call 11 personnel, but they don't have 35 in there, and they replace him with a tight end, so it kind of goes more like that for them from that standpoint. And then the lineman they had last year was excellent. They've got a really good offensive line this year, but that guy they had last year, left tackle, was outstanding. And, you know, Trey Mason's who he was, and a great player too. So they reload just like everybody else does every year. They got good football players.
You said yesterday that you guys were in position a lot against them last year to make tackles. Y'all just didn't make them. I mean, is it just that simple for you guys, especially against
I think we
Marshall?
could have executed a little bit better than what we did last year against them, and we were out of position at times against them, but we did miss several tackles in the game. And I think we gave up 20 points in the game, and I think it was 375 yards, but they ran the ball too much against us, especially the quarterback.
How's Nick Marshall different from last year to this year?
I don't know. I think he's a little better thrower than he was. I mean, he's, you know, we played him fourth or fifth game of the year, and I think they were just starting to get on their roll. Maybe we helped him with that. I don't know. But I think he's a better thrower this year than he was last year. He's a tremendous athlete, and he can outrun practically everybody on the field if you don't capture him before he gets started.
Artis Payne has, I guess, quietly gotten 831 yards. I mean,
Yeah.
in 7 games, pretty good production.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good back, too. I mean, like I say, they're bringing along a freshman, that number 9. I forgot Rock something. He's a good player. They got good running backs, so that's not an issue for them. I mean, they just kind of reloaded there. I think Trey Mason was kind of special. I mean, he was physical, and he knew how to hit the holes exactly right and all that. But Artis Payne's a good player, too.
Has practice changed at all this week? You lose Denzel, a couple other guys are banged up. Pull back a little bit?
No, we didn't. We did just what we normally do, same amount of time and basically the same reps that we got. So I don't think there was any pulling back. It's just an opportunity. Last week we were so much 4-3, so it helped us from the standpoint of, you know, we won't be as much 4-3 this week. We'll be more of our 4-2 package in this game. So that gives us a little bit more depth being able to play with just a 2 linebacker system.
How did Cody and Robert move through practice today? Did they look okay? Were they slowed?
Cody, we were just trying to limit him, so we didn't give him a lot of reps out there. And Robert, I think, had to work through it. I think he was in and out a couple times, and then he finished strong in the last half of practice. So just a matter of, you know, getting back into it.
You mentioned Marshall's passing. I guess they're more balanced this year with Coates, and they got Duke Williams out there. What's your impression to see what kind of?
Yeah, I think that's where they've really improved is that receiver. I mean, all those guys, you know, they've played more, and they got the number 1, what's his name, DeCoyo Williams or something. Big number 1 and 18, and all those guys are good. 4, Quan Bray. They got a nice receiving core, and that's part of the reason that the passing game's improved and probably why they balanced out. And they spread it out more this year because of those guys, I think.